Now you got it together. Now let me go ahead and marry him. Let me propose to him. Cause you know a lot of people.
I like that.
Do you?
He already got, but he already showed you.
Wow. You know what I'm saying? They don't put them anywhere. They gonna get them. Line them up.
They going to get them.
Line them up. So I met them boys. Them boys ready.
You're kicking it with the Christians. You're kicking it with the Christians. One marriage, two hustlers, it shows. We'll travel the globe in search of endless possibilities. You're kicking it with the Christians. Together we'll conquer it all. Take the highs with the lows, cause there's no losing with this energy. You're kicking it with the Christians.
Yo. What's up, YouTube? We in season number 4. Talking about it, man. We in season number 4. This is episode number 3. And if you missed the first 2 episodes, guess what? At the end of this video, I'm gonna put the clips for season 4. And if you haven't signed up for Patreon yet, go to Patreon. One Marriage, Two Hustlers.
And you can go check those out.
Yes.
Shout out to all the new subbies.
Yes.
Bring them on. Bring some more, y'all. Bring some more people.
Really?
Yeah.
You hype? You hype about it? Welcome back.
Y'all like us too. I've been looking in the comments.
Welcome back.
I love to see it.
Welcome back. Anyways.
All right. Today we are talking about the best relationship advice ever.
All right. Question.
We're gonna drop a few gems on YouTube today.
Is it really a such thing as the best relationship advice ever?
Today's episode is brought to you by HelloFresh. Do you feel like you are stuck in a dinner rut? With HelloFresh, you get fresh, pre-measured ingredients with mouth-watering seasonal recipes delivered right to your door. Skip all those trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. You can now enjoy cooking and get dinner on the table in 30 minutes or less. With over 25 recipes to choose from each week, there is something for everyone to enjoy. All recipes are designed and tested by professional chefs and nutritional experts to ensure deliciousness and simplicity. Guys, go check out HelloFresh. You can customize all of your meals for 2 people, 4 people, whatever works for your household. If you want to do 2 people and you want to have leftovers, great portions. Everything is pre-measured. My favorite meal is the barbecue chicken with the roasted green beans and the mashed potatoes. Guys, you have got to check out the meals. They are so fresh. All the ingredients are fresh. Everything comes right to your door. Check it out, guys. Go to the link in our show notes to get $80 off, including free shipping on HelloFresh, the #1 meal kit.
That's the real question.
Well, I think when you say that, you kind of consider yourself an expert.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say we're experts, but we're just giving advice based off of experience.
Off of experience. So the first thing is what? Let's talk about it. Let's get into it.
Relationships don't even really exist.
Ooh, what that mean though?
They simply don't. If you don't believe me, try to hold a relationship in your hand or move it from one place to another.
Interesting.
You can't, because relationships only exist in your head.
Wow, that's deep. That's deep. Because look, I think what's going on is a relationship is not really tangible. It's something you can't really touch, but it's something that you experience. You see what I'm saying? It don't exist because you can't move it from one place to the next.
You can't
physically touch it.
Gotcha.
But it exists.
It's a bond that has to be built.
Man, yes, it is. And I think the problem...
The bond is invisible.
The bond is invisible.
Because somebody could look at us and be like, wonder what their relationship
I wonder what their relationship look like.
Nobody ever really knows.
Nobody knows.
They're not in it.
They're not in it to win it. So, it makes sense because I think a lot of people be on the fence because it's something. It's an emotion that's attached to a situation that you can either move forward or backwards.
Okay.
So
every relationship you have in your life is nothing but a collection of thoughts, including memories and different convictions about a person. Why is this such an important fact?
Okay, so the question is, and I ask this question a lot because I think it's important though, because a lot, it don't even exist, all right? But it's a collection of your thoughts. So, and even to be in some kind of relationships, you have to think positive about that situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
have to be willing to put.
Hey guys! Hey, listen, have you joined our Patreon family yet? Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But guess what? If I was you, I'd go to patreon.com/one marriage, two hustles right now.
Check us out for more exclusive content. Join our Patreon family. We have behind the scenes footage. We have Q&As, bonus episodes, one-on-one interaction, get to know us a little more. And we also offer merch discounts.
Also, last thing, remember this. If you watch us like you watch TV, you might watch your relationship grow. We see you guys inside of it. Willing to put in work. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting though.
Very interesting.
When you think about it, because a lot of people, in my opinion, a lot of people put themselves in a situation where they really don't. I'm trying to grab. I know what I want to say, but I don't want to say the wrong thing. All right, guys, get to the next point. I don't want to say the
get
wrong
back
thing.
to it. Your image, including assumptions about any other person, are wrong, at least to a certain extent.
Come on.
Wrong assumptions are the mother of all fuck-ups. That's so true. That's why the old saying, when you assume, you make an ass out of yourself.
Yes, and
that's where that comes from, because making assumptions doesn't mean that you're always right. Like, I can see somebody and assume that they don't have a good relationship, or assume that they're this type of person, but then when I actually meet them and get to know them and start talking to them,
facts.
My assumption of them changes.
So, and I also, with that point being made, I think that people need to realize that you can't judge the book by the cover. You need to open it up and read it. And just because you think you read 2 or 3 chapters don't mean you know the book.
Right.
Facts.
Right.
The wrong assumption also will lead you to unrealistic expectations.
Very true, because you can meet a guy or a girl, whoever.
Facts.
And they can have this image like they're a certain way, but then once you start hanging out with them a lot or talking to them a lot on the phone, you start to notice that what you thought,
that wasn't it.
That assumption, what you thought initially, is not really what the reality of that situation is.
Big facts. Big.
And so
facts.
then it becomes what we like to call a turn off. And you either stop talking to the person, or you don't look at them the same. Your perception of them changes.
So how a relationship would unfold, like you said, all right, it really leads you to having an opinion about that person. All right. And so.
And it's usually a negative opinion.
Yeah, it's always a negative opinion though. And people's like, why should it be a negative opinion? But I think we're attracted to negative opinions and negative things. A lot of people don't think positive.
Negativity is kind of like a magnet.
Ooh.
It will suck you in if you allow it to.
Okay.
It's like if somebody is talking negative about somebody, you're continuing to entertain that conversation.
Okay.
Eventually, you're gonna find yourself talking negative about people.
But a magnet.
Negative.
A magnet. I like that analogy though, because a magnet.
It kind of sucks you in.
Yeah, but you have to be a certain distance for it to connect. Ooh.
So it's usually the people closest to you.
I got you.
All right. Since relationships are only thoughts in your head, you can avoid pain in relationships by taking care of your own thoughts.
That's good. That's good.
You have the power to control the things that you
think about
and that you think about. Again, but that goes into who you're around, what you're around, what you digest.
Today's episode is brought to you by DB. DB is a Scandinavian brand that makes backpacks and bags to help people on the move stay ready for anything. From the streets to the peaks, DB's gear is travel tested by some of the world's best athletes, adventurers, and creators. Over the past decades, DB has designed and developed, released, and redefined the best bags in the market. With DB's patented hookup system, you are able to attach smaller products to your backpack, roller, or tote. Guys, I can't stress enough how important it is to have a great bag, especially when you're traveling. I'm a travel agent. I tell my clients all the time that you need a good bag because, you know, when the airline people are loading your luggage, it can get very, messy. They're throwing things. You might get your luggage and it's damaged. With this brand, you don't have to worry about that. So we are teaming up with DB to exclusively offer our listeners 10% off your next purchase by using the code POD10. That's POD10. Or going to the link in our show notes. DB, it's time to move on. Time to get going. Go check it out, guys.
What you take in, the kind of music you listen to,
the
kind of friends you have, what you're reading, what you are putting into your mind and in your body daily.
That's good though. That's real good. And
it's so you can avoid pain. So you can avoid going through turmoil if you're digesting the right information. A lot of people put themselves in these situations when you knew that this probably wasn't the right information or the right things to be digested, but instead your thoughts took over and hey, now you in pain.
You don't even need another person in your relationship to participate to solve any relationship issues, especially when it comes to your personal thoughts. Change yourself, your perspective, and things around you will change.
So if you're around somebody and they're talking negative and they're speaking negativity and you start speaking positivity, every time you see them you shift the conversation, that dynamic, that relationship that you have with that person, 9 times out of 10 is going to change. They're probably not going to be talking negative around you anymore when they see that, he or she's not really entertaining what I'm saying.
That's facts. You know what I'm saying?
Because a lot of people walk around and they scream positive vibes only. But here they come with the negativity.
It's the positive vibes for me.
Relationships as individual constructions in your head are one of the best ways to better understand yourself and get to know yourself to the core, because you will try to simulate your relationship experiences with every relationship later on, and that is so true.
Yes.
It's like people take in or they bring into a relationship their past, and it's like because this person abused you, now you're taking it out on the next person.
And that's crazy though.
You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy though.
You're taking it out on the next person.
You haven't even gave him a chance.
You're starting to think, I see a red flag. All men are alike.
But it goes to your what? It goes to your what? Your thoughts.
And it's a part. It becomes a part of your psyche. It becomes embedded. Like we can sit and talk to a couple or a single man or single woman, automatically tell if they're hurt or not, or if they've been scarred by something and they're still holding on to it.
Come on.
You gotta let it go. That's the best relationship advice ever.
Come on.
Let it go. The relationship does not exist. It's only in your head. So if you want a good relationship, it's something that you have to build mentally. It starts with the mind shift.
Man, the bottom line is relationships are easy or hard only because you make them you make it happen in your head. Every relationship you will seek to experience what you are familiar with. We tap into that familiar. When you're familiar with it, it's like, I already experienced this. I already see this. I already seen this, which you might have seen something as don't mean it's necessarily gonna happen that way. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's very important. Even if you what they say?
even if you make many cognitive errors in relationships, people are different. Every relationship is a unique experience. So every relationship you enter is going to be unique. And so what we mean by relationships don't exist is that you can't really see the relationship. That's why people say you're on the outside looking in.
Yes.
You're on the outside looking in because you can't really see what happens with this couple day to day. What happens, with these friends and how they interact. So that's what we mean by don't exist. But what happens is, because you had a bad experience with one person, you feel like everybody's against you. Everybody's going to attack you. I don't have friends because friends are not loyal. And just know that, like, sometimes our friends that we've had the longest, they may not be loyal anymore. And that's okay, but you might meet somebody else and they may be more loyal to you than the person that you've known for 10 to 12 years.
Big.
So just always try to stay open-minded because, again, each relationship is a unique experience. It's different. There may be some similarities,
but
it's never going to be the exact same. But some of you guys like to replay that in your mind, like, oh no, I'm not getting into a relationship anymore because this, and this, or he's giving me these vibes, or she's giving me these vibes.
Crazy.
Like, go into a relationship with a clear mind and give that person a fresh start.
Yes. This is heavy right here, though. This is real heavy.
The fake image.
False. The false image.
Y'all, I'm blind. The false image you have about a person always exists. But there's still also always an actual exchange of energies and actions. Thoughts, touches, expressions, intentions that's happening in a relationship. Despite the cognitive biases, the energy exchange.
Oh, that's deep.
Every single person is always a unique experience. Everybody's different. God made us all unique with our own
the highlight though is
features.
The false image about a person always exists. That means that in your mind, I hear this a lot too. People feel like that people are always against them. You know what I'm saying? Or people hating on me. I'm like, no. It ain't always like that. You know what I'm saying? But in your mind, you personally feel like that. You know what I'm saying?
Or when people say, oh, you seem like you're this way. That's an assumption. You don't know me. You don't know anything about me. So to me, it can get a little annoying. Because I'm like, you don't know me. But okay. So
people bring out the worst and the best in you. This is facts. Who you spend your time with and what kind of person is what matters around you. Even if a relationship don't exist, we can say that the positive experience of a relationship or if the negative experience exists. So even the people around you is going to determine, to me, where you're going, what direction you're going. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're around people that's bitter, that's been through hard relationships, and they're always talking negative, you never can get in a positive relationship.
That's called a pity party.
Today's podcast is presented by Podgo. Podgo is the easiest way for you to monetize your podcast, providing podcasters with a flat rate for ad space, so you always know how much you get when you include an ad from Podgo. Apply today to become a member and immediately be connected with advertisers that fit your audience. That's pod.co at podgo.co, and be sure to add our podcast in the How Did You Hear About Podgo section of the application.
Y'all want to sit around and just complain about everything that's not going good in your life. That's what I call a pity party.
Facts. That's big facts too.
It's extremely important whether a relationship is a healthy or a toxic one.
Woo! Come on. It's important. But what makes it so important and what makes it better is the people that's around you. You know what I'm saying? We see it over and over again. Over and over again. Over and over. It says, emotional and healthy, a good person that's around you
A damaged person that's in a healthy relationship can benefit from. So if you're damaged and you're around a healthy relationship, you can really start to blossom and grow because you're not seeing that negativity. You're not seeing that damage, that toxicity. You're not seeing that. Now you're seeing nothing but positive energy. So you can start to learn from that, and your relationships can start to blossom.
Yeah. So I just think overall it's important though. You know what I'm saying? That
you surround yourself with positive, healthy people.
Yeah, that's gonna help and push you.
Healthy meaning I'm healthy physically, mentally, spiritually. Like I'm whole.
Big facts.
Because the problem is you get around these broken people.
Oh man.
And then everybody's just spreading toxicity around.
They killing your energy. They killing your energy.
That negative energy is getting spread around, and then we're all in a pity party. And before you know it, years have went by, and everybody's still singing the same song. I'm broke. I'm tired. He ain't shit. She ain't shit. You know, the same songs. His baby daddy, her baby mama. His baby mama. This daddy.
Oh yeah, same.
I know what I meant. Vice versa.
The same broken thing. So.
But the same things, and those things become contagious. And before you know it, everybody you're around, y'all all in the same. People like to be around people that are in the same position that they are. That's
because it's just the nature of the beast. Because people feel they don't want the next person to get so far ahead of them.
But to me, if my friend is bossing up, that should give me more motivation. Like, dang, I want to boss up too. I'm not jealous of her. I'm not envious of her. I want to boss up too.
Last angle to consider is people are like animals. You know what I'm saying? Basically, this means that we collaborate, we conquer, we make allies, we trade, we pay attention. We have sex and so on. So people are always trying to connect to something. You know what I'm saying?
And no matter how much in love you are, no matter how good of a person you met, it's a trade. There must be value seen in you, and you have to see the value in others. The value can be sexual, emotional, intellectual, spiritual, material, social, or any other type.
Wow.
No value equals no relationship. Okay, at least no long-term relationship. Nobody wants to have a long-term relationship that has no value.
But the thing is, what is your worth, and are you giving out enough value to receive value? And
that brings us to the next point. Always have the center of attention be you.
Woo! Self.
If I focus on me,
self.
I'm a firm believer that if I'm 100% whole, I'm not damaged, I'm not broken.
Come on.
That whoever I'm connected to will start to feed and blossom off my energy.
Because I'm gonna tell you something. Set your own vision, your own mission, your own goals, and if that person do the same thing, then to me, you guys will conquer more. You know what I'm saying? You will conquer more, because once you do that, that helps you build your personal self-esteem, help you build your personal confidence, it helps you become the best version of yourself.
Right, and no matter how great a relationship is,
come on,
always keep yourself at the center. People get into these relationships and they lose themselves. So then when it's time to exit the relationship, they no longer know who they are. I see that so much. It's like, oh, I'm finding myself again.
Oh my God, wow.
I lost myself for a moment, but I'm back. That's how you know they've gotten out of a relationship. And it's like, dude, don't ever get into a relationship and forget about you.
That's why I said
you are the most important person.
If you continue to build yourself up, you continue to build your situation up, then it will be easy. It'll be easy for you to accomplish. But the main thing is tackle your negative energy, tackle your mindset, because your mindset is what's going to help you get the best relationships that you do.
And the minute the relationship you become so focused on the other person in the relationship, or you become so focused on making this relationship work, and you take the attention off of yourself, that's when the successfulness of the relationship starts to decline.
Yes. Yes, because you have, to me, it goes back to you being the best version of yourself. You understanding yourself, where you're going, how you're trying to get there, really dive into, are you the person who you trying to be? I mean, it's very important. And to make sure not only is your spouse needs met, but your personal needs is met. I hate when people get into a relationship and say, oh, I meet all their needs. I'm like, but what about your own needs? So you're pushing to make them happy, but you're not, your own self not happy? You know what I'm saying? That don't work out.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, never be in the place, all right? Never be in that place when you get in your own way, when you in your own head. You start to stop your own to where you're going. You know what I'm saying? So you have to get out your own way. It's very important that you get out your own way.
There is no ice to break. People love icebreakers. Oh, let me warm up. Let me break this ice because it's a little boy.
Oh, Lord.
There are 7 billion people living on the planet.
7.
Many of them have the potential to really change your life forever with how they see life. With many of them, you could experience completely unique adventures, and many of them can help you grow faster or create more awesome things than you're currently doing. There is no middle path. Find your fit. So
find your fit is good though. I like that. Find your fit.
Do what works for you. Find what's comfortable for you.
Because we just heard something, and we're gonna talk about this in a live in the future though. But we just heard something. A woman was with her boyfriend for 4 years. While they was dating, they met. She introduced her boyfriend to one of her friends. 6 months. Her boyfriend gonna end up marrying the person that she introduced him to in 6 months. Now in 4 years, she didn't even get a promise. She ain't get nothing. So apparently he found his fit. I'm telling you, this is deep. She was in a whole relationship, so apparently he seen something in her within 6 months that he decides. That's why I said it don't take guys long to try to marry somebody. Stop playing. You know what I'm saying?
In every relationship, there's common ground and there's differences. And so when do you wake up and say, we have more differences than we do common ground? I'm not gonna stay here for 4 years because
that's what I'm saying. But she said she feel hurt.
Yeah, because old girl broke the sister code.
Is there really a sister code?
Yes, there is.
Well, why do
y'all
people
comment below and let me know what y'all think? Because I'm sorry, I'm not gonna marry.
I didn't see people marry people's sister. People marry.
That's me. You gotta have some type of morals.
Okay.
Find somebody else.
Okay. Too many people are zombies and bimbos. Man, what that mean? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of interesting though, because people will make or break you. All right, they're either gonna bring you across the bridge or they're gonna burn the bridge. That's how I look at it. They're gonna either help you go across the bridge, or they're gonna cross the bridge and brunch and not bring you across with them.
And wave at you from the other side.
Oh man, it's like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? It's so
healthy
crazy.
Healthy and deep relationships will make your life on earth heaven.
Woo!
And toxic people will make it a living hell.
Facts.
So you must choose every relationship extremely carefully.
So
the minute you bring somebody toxic in your life, you're gonna be stressed, you're gonna have problems, you arguing every day, your head hurt, you drinking, you smoking. Like, nobody got time for that. Let's have heaven on earth.
Rule number 1, ignore the haters. There's too many people out here. People are hating on you, all right? Rule number 2, all right? Understand that you don't want to deal with people who don't have no kind of self-worth or no kind of like ambition about their self. Rule number 3, don't deal with people who are goofy as hell and they ain't trying to go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And rule number 4, give your energy to people you feel that can push you. Don't spend 5 minutes with the next person you speak to that won't make a difference 5 years from now in your life. Facts.
And sometimes it's family.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? So, diversify. The 3-1 relationship rule is kind of interesting right here though. All right.
Let me emphasize again.
Come on.
Who you spend your time with matters. You have to find people who fit into your life.
Come on.
And you have to find people who love you, support you, mentor you, believe in you, push you, help you to focus, encourage you, and so on. And you must do the same for people.
Big facts.
Stop right there. So that's the thing. We're gonna stop right there. People want you to do all those things. Correct, for them.
Yeah.
If you don't do them, God forbid, you're not a good friend, you're not a good sister, you're not a good aunt, you're not a good etc.
Hey guys,
do you need a little extra motivation some days? Well, we have the perfect thing for you.
Yes.
We launched our motivational tees at onemarriage2hustlersapparel.com.
Yes.
Go check them out.
And if you just want to be motivated, man, these shirts not only will motivate you, they inspire you every day. When you can walk around, you can be able to wear them. So,
right. And if you do purchase, be sure to snap a photo and tag us on Instagram or DM us your photo so we can repost it on our page at One Marriage, Two Hustlers on IG. You can also send it to us on Facebook.
And remember, these are the shirts that keeps you motivated.
But the minute you need the
Reciprocate.
things in return, you need to reciprocate those things. That's when you really find out if the relationship is 100% on both ends. You have to be willing to be a good friend in order to receive it back.
Yes, because again, a closed hand can't receive anything. So you gotta learn how to give before you can receive. The problem is this: you need to have some kind of universal relationship balance. All right. So many people are tilting the scale. Don't know if they're going right. Don't know if they're going left. They're just going in life. All right. You need some kind of balance to help you get to where you're trying to go, man. And it really sucks though, because so many people are tied in with people who not pushing them to the next level, and it sucks. It really
They're
sucks.
making you feel like it's okay to be in the same place. Every 5 years, you're still in the same place. And they're like, oh, but you're doing good, you're great, but you haven't grown in 5 years. Make it make sense. It's not making sense. Build multiple dimensions with superior communication. Relationships are always multidimensional.
Facts.
If your relationship does not have multiple levels and you don't have multiple things going on, you're gonna be bored. This is where people get bored in a relationship.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
The more dimensions that are present, the richer you are. And the more varied they are. So you have a variety.
So you gotta
have choices.
To me, you have to, again, that goes back to you trying to have the best relationship ever with the people around you. You have to build your mindset, your attitude, the people you're around. Stop letting people suck the life out of you. You know what I'm saying? You're putting in all this energy and they're not giving you nothing back. You know what I'm saying?
Relationships are like bank accounts.
Oh, hold on, stop for a second. If you keep spending your money and you don't deposit anything,
it's like a mutual bank account, like a joint bank account.
But if you personally do not deposit any money, you don't deposit nothing to your relationship, but you keep spending, eventually you're gonna be in a what? Negative. And you might be in the negative.
Might be in the negative.
So
might be overdrawn.
So what daily deposit are you putting into these relationships? And what deposits are they putting into you? So if y'all both putting deposits, you will never be in negative. I'm just saying, if y'all both put it in, you would never be there though.
Everybody has to put something in, man.
Everybody, man.
In order for it to grow, right?
You got to.
To see growth, everybody has to be putting something in.
Big growth.
Level up.
No relationship's perfect, all right?
The glass is already broken.
The glass broken. Why
Last but not least, don't look at any relationship with rose-tinted glasses. Nothing special is going on in your life. You aren't experiencing anything unique that other people would be deprived of.
So, my big thing is be transparent. Because if you're transparent, then people would easily be able to see through you. But the problem is, some of you guys are not being transparent with the people that you're connected to. So that is hurting your relationship. It's hurting your situation. It's pulling. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all know the difference between pulling and pushing? Which one harder? And which one easier?
Pulling.
Pulling is always harder than pushing.
Yes, pulling is harder.
You know what I'm saying? Even when you work out, if you pull and you're like, ugh. But if you push something, it's easy.
Because you use your legs.
Yeah, everything.
If you pull it, it's just like all the weight is on your body.
So the thing you gotta ask yourself, the relationship you in, are you pushing it forward or are you pulling away from it? This is serious, you know what I'm saying? It's serious for you to personally know that you will be tested. All right, your relationship will be tested. Your mindset will be tested. Your situation will be tested. Everything is going to test you, but it ain't the testing, it's the blessing. Because by you taking the testing, it's going to allow you to get the blessing. You know what I'm saying? But too many people, they're afraid to take, they're too nervous, they're afraid. Oh man.
They're afraid to go through the fire, man. That fire hot. Guess what? I'm coming out that fire, man.
Coming out hot.
Carrying water.
Coming in hot.
Yeah, you got to be willing to go through it to get to the promise. Like, every relationship has a promise. Everybody's unique. Every person's unique. So don't go through life thinking you're the only one that's unique. God designed everybody uniquely.
Come on.
That if you're in a relationship, that means that you have to come to some type of common ground.
Talk to me.
And if you have more commonalities than differences, then stay. And if the differences outweigh the commonalities, then it is what it is. Your person's out there somewhere.
They out there.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
And stop holding on to this 6, 10, 12, 13, 14 when something's not right. And you know deep down something's not right. Now sometimes you good where you are, and that's perfect.
Yeah.
But if you're not, and you know, and like you said, something's like pulling at you instead of we're pushing in and growing, then we need to reevaluate where we are.
So my thing, and I'm gonna close this out just saying that we're not saying that relationships are easy or is it hard. What we're saying is the decisions you make with the people you around, the people you connected to, is gonna determine if you have the best relationship ever with whoever. You know what I'm saying? This is a universal thing. You know what I'm saying? So the people you connected to, the people you surrounded by, and how your mindset is set is going to help you have either a great, lasting relationship, or it's going to be very, 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 very disturbing and stressful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's very true.
And the stress of a relationship, it shouldn't, and I always say, nobody's perfect. Got you. But you don't have to keep going through the same thing over and over. The definition of insanity is to continue to do the same thing over and over and expect something different. You don't have to do it. You just gotta change your mindset. Remember, relationships don't even exist. It's nothing tangible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's in your mind and the way you think and the things that you're putting in. Like I said, if you're not whole 100% spiritually, mentally, physically, then there's no way that you can be in a relationship, because you need to be 100% whole.
Also, we dropped in a couple commercials inside of this blog, this podcast.
We have some sponsored ads. Thank you. Shout out to our sponsors.
Yes.
We will have more coming up, guys. Go check them out.
And then go purchase the motivational t-shirts. The motivational t-shirts. And if you have not subscribed to Patreon yet, man, you missing some juicy content, because we got more and more coming. Week after week, day after day, more interviews. It's exciting. It's exciting times for podcasts.
And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel if you have not already. Hit that notification bell so you're notified when we post our podcast videos. Again, go check out our Patreon. Go check out One Marriage, Two Hustlers Apparel. And until then, we will see you guys in the next one.
Peace. You know what I'm saying? The motto is, we don't come to take sides, we come to take over. You know what I'm saying? And that's the motto.
And that helps you kind of have some form of guidance on your journey.
Yeah.
That means that every time we plan these activities, it's not the same activities being done every week.
Okay, that's
You
good.
gotta mix it up.
So come up with 12 activities on the first of the month, and then have 3, 3, 3, 3.
Okay.
I'm just saying, because the thing about it is, people don't cheat because of what?
You're kicking it with the Christians. You're kicking it with the Christians. One marriage, two hustlers, it shows. We'll travel the globe in search of endless possibilities. You're kicking it with the Christians. Together we'll conquer it all. Take the highs with the lows, 'cause there's no losing with this energy. You're kicking it with the Christians.